Good morning. Let me take you on a journey. You are in Stalwart's gallery, and all the masterpieces stare at you in the eye. You capture their details, and next to each of these stands a sculpture of the creator. Picasso, Van Gogh, Leonardo da Vinci, Claude Monet, and the list goes on. You observe the magic of their hands as you move to the left. Canvases on easels are lined up. You pick up your brush and you begin to work on your canvas. You have gotten a new leash on life. You have forgotten that you had a bone marrow transplant a week back. After a few hours, tiredness catches on and you decide to go back to your room. You put down your paintbrush and you stroll to your destination. You peek into the sculptor's workstation, notice a friend, quickly wave and move on. The singer's den and the dancer's village too passes by. The most beautifully painted room welcomes you. Would you like your recuperation to be this pleasant? I am Zeena, and I believe art can heal. I envision a time when art would combine with healthcare to give us a once-in-a-lifetime, truly healing experience. So allow me to tell you about my journey through this beautiful paradise and my passion for art. Let me show you a picture. What can you see in this? Do you see a face? Or do you see a little man on a rock painting a house that he can see a short distance away from him? Pretty cool, right? In life and in art, perception is reality. And in artworks like these often leave us in awe as we're left to ponder on the details of creating such strong and enlightening images. Some images have a distinct mental twist to them, like the one I showed before, while others are used to create awareness. For example, this one is to raise awareness for poverty, and this one is to raise awareness for Black lives. There's no way these posters could have been created without the skill of art. Art has the power to educate people about almost anything. It can present information in a way that could be absorbed by many easily. I mean, imagine the amount of awareness we could raise in this world using art. Art speaks where words are unable to be explained. When looking at a still life painting or when creating one, the most important thing you ask yourself is, what does it mean? Is it a random collection of items, or did the artist have a particular intention when choosing them? It's easy to look at a painting and think, pretty objects, and quickly move on to the next painting. But the artwork usually goes much deeper than just depicting pretty objects. Even if a piece looks meaningless, there's always an underlying thought process behind the work. And that's what I love about art. And if you want to look at art intelligently, you need to examine it with an investigative eye and an inquisitive mind. But back to the main point. What is art though? Art is just art, right? Normally one would say that art is a piece of random shapes and colors all over the place, or art is when you draw a little house and add a sun in the corner of the page, or art is when you paint an entire canvas black and throw buckets of paint on it. But being an artist isn't just about putting pencil to paper and paintbrush to canvas. So let me tell you what I think art is really about. It can be a message of politics, of peace, of brutality or beauty. It can be an escape, an idealization, or simply a means of play. But most importantly, art is healing. It is also a way of communicating using one's emotions, ideas, and systems. A picture is worth 1,000 words. This is a pretty famous quote in the art realm. But there's more to it than just a quote. It reflects the powerful effect that arts and creative expression have on human understanding. Art also allows people from different cultures and different times to communicate with each other via images. It is also often a vehicle for social change. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had an emotional connection to a painting? Or have you ever felt this wave of emotions while standing in front of an amazing painting? I surely have. At the time I was 8, I went to the Sharjah Art Museum and I saw thousands of paintings and different types of art, like sculptures, for example. But I was mostly attracted to the paintings. My earliest memory is it's not a sight or a sound, it's a smell. The smell of oil paint. And I remember watching this man working really hard to create these amazing landscapes and florals just magically taking place on his canvas. And I marveled at his ability to transform a blank canvas into the window of another world. That made me ask myself, why do many people do art? What is so special about it? So I asked my parents if they could get me a set of paints and a canvas, and I ran back home eagerly to start my own paintings. I quickly googled the painting of The Starry Night. I'm pretty sure you all might have known this painting by now. And yeah, I tried doing that. And whoa, whoa, whoa. It was way harder than I thought. I honestly knew it would be crappy, but then at the same time I thought I should be some experienced Bob Ross. But then at the end of the day, we all have first times and make happy little accidents. So I picked up my paintbrush and I went with the flow of my hand. So focused, I forgot the day almost ended. And then I told myself, this is way too tiring. I'm never doing this again. It's too much of work. But then I stepped back and I see what I created, and that made me ask myself, did I really make this? And then it struck me. I unlocked my hidden talent, my hidden passion. And to this day, whenever I'm stressed, I pop out a canvas and I start painting what I feel. Yeah, here's my painting. I mean, it does look decent, but doesn't look as good as I mentioned it to be. But to me, back then, to my 8-year-old self, it was a huge accomplishment because I didn't know I was even capable of holding a paintbrush. But putting this questionable piece of art aside, let me tell you another benefit of art. Art plays a prominent role in the coping of mental illnesses. One review from the Very Well Mind website says that art has helped cancer patients undergoing medical treatment improve their quality of life and alleviated a variety of psychological symptoms. Research suggests that art therapy even helped in the reduction of post-traumatic symptoms such as depression, for example, on adult trauma survivors. One example of a person who has used art therapy to get her through the hard times of her life is Muniba Mazari. Not only artists, but anyone who has a brush with art can attest to the healing power of art. We feel renewed and revived, and our mood changes instantly when we lose ourselves in a beautiful painting. Imagine a world without art. No creative advertisements, no pictures in children's books, no creative architecture, even jewelry and fashion wouldn't exist. This world would be a very dull and boring place. It would be an empty void of uncreative, unimaginative, non-colorful, bland society. A world without art is like toast with no butter, a face without eyebrows. boring, life draining, death of the mind. Art is absolutely everywhere in every today's society, yet goes almost unnoticed and unappreciated by some. Art can be anything and everything you let it be. It can be exciting, empowering, and an expression of love. So pick up that pencil, that paintbrush, that pastel, and let art take you where it will. Explore and experiment, do something different. Draw a picture upside down, or try a new medium you think you hate, or make a piece with a collaborative artist. Basically, just push your boundaries, because art is a way to grow as a person, and we need to take benefit of that. Because don't you think we all need a pop of color in our lives? Yes, I would like to see art being used to heal this world. So let art heal you. Thank you.